Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. In today's vlog, we're heading to Banff. This is actually our first local flight since moving to Canada, so we are really excited. Come along with us. We got to the airport nice and early. We had to wake up really early to get here. My husband had already checked us in online, so all we needed to do was to drop off our luggage. Once we were done, we headed over to the oversized baggage area to drop off my little one's car seat since we would be renting a car when we arrived in Alberta. As you can see, it's about 5:46 a.m. in the morning. Did I sleep well? Absolutely not. We tried putting the kids to bed early last night, hoping we'll all catch up on sleep during the flight. If I remember correctly, the flight was about 4 hours long. At this point, we were just making our way to our gate. And there's me saying hello, good morning. As we arrived so early, we decided to spend some time in the lounge before our flight. Every lounge has its own entry policy. For this particular lounge, each card holder could only bring in one guest. So my husband and I split the kids between us, with each one of us bringing one child.
Yes, we are. What's your name? Hi, Sola. What's your name?
The lovely lady assisting me happened to be Nigerian, so we introduced ourselves, had a quick chat before heading inside.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
But it's in Canadian dollars.
Because we knew we'll be eating in the lounge, we were okay to skip having breakfast at home. We just got ready and headed straight to the airport. And honestly, at this point, the kids were definitely ready for breakfast. You know what? I'll show you some of what they had available. I feel like with every lounge, it's always different, so it's best to manage your expectations. With this lounge, there were different kinds of bagels. They had toast. Had a variety of cereals, croissants, muffins, and all sorts of spreads. They had various toppings as well, like pistachios, dried cranberries, almonds, and more. They had a hot oatmeal station. For the hot breakfast, they served turkey sausage patties. And next to it, they had scrambled eggs. Next to scrambled eggs was pancakes. Next to pancakes was baked beans. Next to baked beans was savory breakfast potatoes. And if you prefer something lighter, there was also this fresh fruit and salad station. We spent quite a bit of time relaxing in the lounge, although I trimmed it, most of it in this video, so the vlog won't be too long. And then just before leaving, we decided to use the washroom. I'm generally not a fan of airplane bathrooms, so I just wanted us to use the bathroom before getting on the plane. This is an aerial view of the airport as we made our way to the gate. We had already gone through security before we got to the lounge. And right about now, it's almost time to board. At this point, we had gone through the gate. My daughter is always running ahead as if she knows exactly where she's going. I know, I think it's excitement. I'm definitely excited too. Just look at my face. I think what I'm most excited for is the reunion. And just like that, we were taking off. I'm always incredibly grateful for a smooth takeoff. Everything went perfectly. And before long, the flight attendant came. So my little one placed his order, followed by his sister. I wasn't hungry that morning because we just left the lounge. So I skipped everything entirely. And before we knew it, we were preparing to land. I wanted to show you the beautiful aerial view as we approach Calgary. We had another smooth landing. Honestly, I never take safe travels for granted, whether I'm flying or I'm out on water. I'm talking about a cruise. I'm always thankful to God, whenever He brings us safely to our destination. Every journey, whether you're just going out or coming home, it's by God's grace. Anyway, after landing, we made our way to the baggage claim. We collected our luggage. One thing was missing, my son's car seat. We picked it up at the oversized baggage area. And next, we headed to the rental car desk to pick up the vehicle we had booked in advance. I was surprised to see quite a long queue because it was still morning, but we were attended to fairly quickly. And while walking to the parking lot, we played a little game, guessing what color our rental car would be. For some reason, I was convinced it would be white. My daughter insisted it would be black, and she was right. From Calgary, we drove straight to Banff, which is about an hour and a half away. And before we reached Banff, I was already mesmerized by the mountains. Honestly, pictures and videos don't do justice to this place. It's one of those destinations that you simply have to experience for yourself. And very soon, we arrived at the entrance to Banff National Park. One thing that surprised me was that you have to pay an entrance fee before entering the park. That's because Banff sits inside Canada's oldest national park, and the fees help maintain the park's roads, the facilities, the wildlife conservation. During the drive down Banff Avenue, everything felt magical. This is the Banff Avenue. And if you continue to drive straight down, it's downtown Banff. Banff has such a charming small town feel. You can probably explore most of the major attractions in 2 to 3 days if you're traveling without kids. Since we had our little ones with us, we had to take things at a slower pace, and we didn't get to do everything on my wish list. I was definitely the most excited explorer in the family. Everyone else was simply happy to relax and enjoy the vacation. For our stay, we booked the Best Western Plus. Now, accommodation in Banff is definitely expensive. but this hotel was comfortable and it worked perfectly for our family. Thing that I found interesting was how residential homes are mixed right in with the hotels. Like right beside our hotel were regular houses where people actually live. Now, thankfully, the hotel granted our request for early check-in because again, it was still morning when we got here. At this point, we were making our way to our room. The hotel had just two floors, the ground floor and the top floor. A quick room tour when we get to our room. We're here. Let's take a good look at it. For a family of 4 staying one night, this room worked perfectly. The kids had one bed, while my husband and I shared the other bed. There was a lamp, a table, 2 chairs, a TV that we didn't plan to watch, a microwave, a refrigerator. So after dropping off our bags, we decided to head out straight back to explore Banff. Our first stop was supposed to be the famous Banff sign. Unfortunately, it was closed for construction. Since that plan didn't work out, we decided to explore downtown Banff. We parked the car and hopped onto one of the local buses. As the bus drove through downtown Banff, I couldn't stop admiring how picturesque everything looked. If we hadn't been traveling with the kids, I probably would have stopped, at some point to get down to take pictures. Like this building that you see is the Banff Park Museum National Historic Site. It was built around the 1900s, and the museum is one of Canada's oldest natural history museums and one of the country's oldest national historic sites. And then there's the Bow River and the Bow River Bridge that you see right now, offering stunning views. It's just a short walk away from the Cascade of Time Garden. I'm going to, like that garden as well. It was created around the 1930s. Now, this garden was designed as ornamental gardens where visitors could relax and enjoy spectacular views of the Cascade Mountain. Today, they are one of the most peaceful and photogenic spots in Banff. And honestly, like it was a good idea to have reading with this boss. It turned out to be one of the best decisions that we made. Along the way, I loved seeing the residential neighborhoods. Like people actually live here every day. Imagine waking up every morning surrounded by scenery that people travel from all over the world to see. The things that leave us saying wow are probably just part of their own everyday life. Anyway, we arrived at the gondola. We had a lovely conversation with one of the staff members while we were buying tickets. I didn't film that, just to ensure that she remained comfortable. She explained that many of the employees come from countries like the UK, Australia, and New Zealand on working holiday programs. So next, we took pictures at this spot, and after taking a few pictures, it was finally time to board the gondola. Hi. Good.
There we go. Has your day been good?
Yes. Thank you.
There we go. High five, mate. Have a great time.
Woo! It's not scary.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Give me that.
Oh my goodness. No.
Oh, imagine this just
No,
drops.
I don't want
That's
to
the
imagine.
scary thing.
No.
We're going higher, higher, higher.
They didn't even ask us to strap. Oh.
Hey, there's nothing to strap though.
This is scary.
No. Why did I look down?
Go to the moon.
Go,
Go to the
go,
moon.
go,
Go to the moon.
go.
Go to heaven. Go to heaven. Bro, this is scaring me.
Actually, this is scary. I dare not look down.
This is a gondola. Oh wow, look at the view.
It's so beautiful. We finally arrived at the top of Sulphur Mountain. Another thank you, Jesus moment. The Banff Gondola Summit has several levels to explore. There are viewing platforms, interactive exhibits, restaurants, cafes.
How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Hello, how was the ride? Good? Bumpy?
Interesting.
Windy? No? Scary? Yeah?
Scary for one, not scary for all.
And plenty of spots to simply stand and admire the scenery. Honestly, when I looked around, the scripture that came to mind was, "As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people." You guys, like the beauty of God's creation, it was just so overwhelming. Like, even as I speak about it right now, I'm still overwhelmed. Everywhere I looked, there were majestic mountains stretching into the distance. Now, those patches of green that look like grass from up here, there are actually thousands of tall evergreen trees covering the mountainside, and seeing them from this height really puts everything into perspective. Although these views outside were incredible, it was quite chilly that day. So we spent some time indoors exploring the interactive exhibits as well. One thing that I found really interesting was learning about the wildlife that calls Banff National Park home. Thankfully, we didn't come across any animals during our trip. I mean, just a few mountain goats, but the park is home to bears, elk, wolves, bighorn sheep, cougars, and a lot of other species. The exhibits explained where these animals live, what they eat, how they survive the harsh winters, and the important role that they play in the ecosystem. I mean, I really enjoyed learning about all of it. Although after a while, the kids, they had seen enough. Enough.
Ah, are you eating poop?
Yeah. That can be
That's the biggest.
What kind of goats do we see?
I throw up. Guys, I throw up.
Anyways, after exploring the exhibits, we went upstairs to make a reservation for dinner. Originally, I wanted us to eat at Sky Bistro because I'd heard so many great things about the restaurant. Unfortunately, it was closed for a private event that evening. I think it has a capacity of 60 people. I asked a few questions about it. Well, we went across, we booked a table at Northern Lights Alpine Kitchen. It's right across from Sky Bistro as well. It also offers incredible mountain views. So we're happy with the change of plans. It worked well as well. While waiting for our reservation, we watched a short film in this theater. It was about 15 minutes long and shared the history of the Canadian Rockies. It talked about how the mountains were formed, the importance of preserving them, and I was just having a little dance over there.
You guys been here before?
No,
I mean, the storm's running in now. Got you here next door, witness it as well.
yeah, well, thank you.
Your
What
phone-
views should we expect tonight?
Sorry?
What views should we expect tonight?
Lots of lights. Often, if it gets dark, you can see the size of the town. But
So yeah, it was time for dinner. I ordered salmon with potatoes, vegetables. I mean, there was a lot. There was roasted chicken. There were a few other dishes for the table. The food was good, but the mountain views made the entire experience more special. And after dinner, we're heading back down the gondola. This was not as scary as when we were coming up. And then this was us on the bus back into downtown Banff. I wanted to show you the views from the other side. So when we're going, I took the views on the right side, and these views you see will be views from the opposite side. Like I said, as beautiful as these clips are, they still don't capture what it feels like to be there in person. If you have the chance, take a trip, take a tour, go see Banff. Just seeing the mountains stretch across your entire field of vision is something else entirely. That building over there is the Banff Visitor Center. And just beside it is one of their local churches. Back at the hotel, guess what the kids were most excited about? The swimming pool. For them, like water activities would probably always be the highlight of staying in a hotel for them. And then the next morning, we headed downstairs for breakfast. As expected, it was a buffet with plenty of options. There were different kinds of bread, muffins, waffle, scrambled eggs, sausages, hash browns, cereal, yogurt, fresh fruit, and a wide selection of toppings and spreads. I decided to make myself a yogurt bowl with granola, almonds, and dried cranberries. Simple but delicious. I really wanted to be disciplined on this trip. Did I succeed? We'll talk about that in my next vlog. And over breakfast, we chatted about everyone's favorite part of the previous day and what we were most looking forward to today. As you can imagine, once the kids got started, they had plenty to say. And after breakfast, we packed up and checked out. Last day here, we finally checked out. I have looked around to ensure that we didn't forget anything. I think it's been a good time. Thank you, Banff. This morning, let me come to where the light is. This morning, we plan to go to Fairmont to go take pictures. We plan to go to Bow Falls, and we plan to go to Lake Louise. I hope that we're able to achieve all of our plans, but as you know, I'll be carrying you along. So come with me. I'm tired. Like, I have body pains from all the walking around yesterday, but I can't complain. Banff has been nice to us. Yeah, I just decided to look around to be sure that we didn't forget anything, Once I was sure we didn't forget anything, I shut the door and walked out to the... And if there isn't a lot there, we can come back down, okay? But let's just see if there's any view, like anything beautiful from up there.
Nothing looks like.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to see up here at all. They were just really telling us about the woods. So we learned one or two things about the woods, which I do not remember right now. Riola, look, that's Fairmont Hotel. We're going. Yeah, it looks like a castle. Can you see? We're going there to take pictures. You think you'll like it? Yeah. So we decided to drive down to Fairmont Hotel. The hotel is famously called Castle in the Rockies because it does look like a real life castle. You won't believe that it does have been open since 1888. Like the castle-like architecture just makes it one of Banff's most recognizable landmarks. And from here, we made our way to Bow Falls. Although the waterfall is not particularly tall, it's incredibly wide and powerful. The rushing turquoise water against the backdrop of the mountains. That just makes it one of Banff's most beautiful and easily accessible waterfalls. And after Bow Falls, we began to make our way towards Lake Louise. Along the drive, like I couldn't help noticing the number of RVs everywhere, recreational vehicles I'm referring to. I've never seen so many in one place before. Eventually, we arrived at this national park known for its own gondola and it's shuttle to Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. Unfortunately, this is where I stopped filming. By this time, it was time to drive back to Calgary. We had a schedule to keep because we still had several things planned for the rest of our trip. Thankfully, by God's grace, we made it safely and right on time. By then, the kids were hungry. I was hungry. My husband was definitely ready for a break after all the driving. This was such a memorable trip. I'll show you the second leg in the next vlog. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and comment. I'll see you in the next vlog. Until next time, it's Coinsola. Bye.